Good morning guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we will go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour, as you guys may or may not be aware, we've had our new new and latest update in the Bitcoin FUD saga with OKX having some issues. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so you can see that did precipitate a nice fall down, well, basically to our almost to our lower level that we are targeting, 11,200. Not necessarily targeting, but was a target for a pullback. Bounced off there. We're now basically at our our middle level, and then obviously our optimal catch zone. We are we're below that now anyway. So yeah, could this be the back test? Could this bit of FUD that potentially then gets resolved be the back test? People are buying it up, and then we move onwards and upwards. It very well could be. We have tested this level a couple of times now. So yeah, as long as we don't get follow through lower here, then yeah, things are potentially looking good. Dollar looking like it is not looking too bad for us, and gold and silver looking like they are not too bad for us. Oil looking like it's trying to make a comeback, and stock market is not looking too bad. So if we have an okay day in the wider markets today, I don't think we are at much risk of breaking back down here, and I think we will just float our way back up towards 11,500. Obviously, if we have a dollar up day, stock market down day, then yeah, obviously we will come under pressure. But obviously be aware we've come under FUD pressure at the moment. Whilst wider markets could trade down, we could still hang around this level as that FUD dissipates, and we sort of meet an equilibrium between down markets and the fact we're already down, moving back up. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's have a look at some of those wider markets. As you can see, the dollar, this was I think I was saying yesterday, is the most important level here. Well, it's not the most important level, but it is a very important level. If we break back above here, then things will start to look particularly bullish for the dollar. So at the moment, we're having a bit of a retrace. As you can see, we've had many retraces between these levels on our little path downwards. Broke back up, retested, broke back up, retested. Always going to turn around and come and break back up. We potentially could, obviously. That wouldn't be ideal if we do, but like I said, this level here, if we do start to come down from here and well, realistically break below this level, things will start to potentially look well, better for risk assets, not better for the dollar. But yeah, it's good to see we have initially been rejected, but this isn't much of a rejection, and we could easily turn around at any point and start to well, if we take out this level, like I said, things will be looking particularly good for the dollar, and not good for us. So yeah, there we go. We'll have a look at a little proxy for the dollar, the euro US dollar. As you can see, we've got caught at this level in euro US dollar. As you can also see, breaking below this will be pretty important for well, what is the inverse of the dollar going up, this coming down. But if we can hold here and push back up, then yeah, things will look okay again. Let's have a look at Ethereum whilst we're here. Ethereum USD obviously getting hit by this just general crypto FUD, caught by our lower levels. So we've got to turn around here, otherwise we can be in trouble. Yeah, I mean, this is looking a bit weak now. This is looking a bit weak. Fair enough, we broke the descending triangle pattern, but realistically, we still got to hold this level to the downside. But now we are here. Are we gonna come and test this again and then decide can we actually hold it? BTC.D as well, obviously making a bit of progress to the upside as well. Let's just have a quick look at one other traditional market, and then we'll go back to Bitcoin. But yeah, as you can see, we had this horizontal which we nearly came back and tested, which we were looking at for the back test, bounce back up back to this horizontal. So now it is an important point for stocks also. Can stocks take out this level and continue to the upside, which will then probably see us get to this level and beyond? Or are we getting fully and formally rejected here? And if we come back down to, well, around this level, we didn't quite reach it last time, then are we then going to see, I mean, we will then likely see a break of that and further downside. So obviously your bias has to, bias will always be to the upside, basically, just with the money printing and the popping up of asset prices. So yeah, my bias will be we'll break up and start to move up. But yeah, obviously we're at a point. But yeah, things were getting overheated here. Once we lost this level, this was our target, which we did say that. And then now we back tested. Can we break through? Will it be a back test and a reject, or will we break through and keep going back up, back to Bitcoin? Back to Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin's going to make a decision as well. Are we going to turn around here? I mean, this is the sort of move that we can turn around on, because it's a FUD specific obviously move. So yeah, we could turn around from here. So obviously keep an eye on that. But yeah, that is it. We'll have a look at the stochastic. Stochastic is probably not looking as good with this move to the downside, in all fairness. Yeah, 4 hour was moving up nicely. I guess it did sort of turn down, but now it's turned back up. So if it can keep coming up, that can probably drag us out of this. Can hold us up at least. 10 hour, these should be having some nice bearish, bullish resets, if you want to call it that. Where they basically correct down, so when eventually they peter out and start to turn back up, they can give us some impetus to the upside. But yeah, 10 hour getting pretty deep now. Daily turning back down, so daily looks like it's ran its course. 2 day looking like it's potentially going to turn back over. But yeah, obviously 3 day, 5 day, weekly all looking better than they were. Now they are turning up. So yeah, I think obviously we've had this big red candle. We've got to decide, do we turn back up from here? Do we move up? Do we shake off this FUD? Or is there going to be a persistent move to the downside? Again, as I will always say, unless we get anything crypto specific like we did here, we will be following the major markets. And the major markets this morning early are tentatively looking good for us. So I would be expecting, if these markets carry on, no spanners get thrown in the works, then just a drift back up towards 11.5. And if we do that, if we shake off this FUD, if major markets are looking good, we are going to break 11.5. We're going to come up to about 11.8 this time. I think we tested it enough. If we get back to the top after this, we're going to break through. So that's my view, not financial advice, and it's just not. I'm not saying it for definite, but yeah, that's what I think will happen with a high conviction. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.